This video on the writing of perimeter could be useful for year 10 algebra and year 11 algebra. So there are two questions, page 9, and the questions are number 1 and 3. I have handwritten the questions. The lengths of the sides of a triangle are 3y, so it's a good idea to draw the triangle, and it doesn't seem to be a triangle with the right measurements, but anyway, it'll do. So with a problem solving, we try to draw a picture. And now the question is, write an expression for perimeter. One of the downside, the students shy away from writing down those words for some reason. So I'm trying to model it, and that should be equal to, it's the summation of all the sides so of the triangle, so 3y. As soon as I use that particular side, I tick it, otherwise I'm going to forget it. And then comes y plus 2, and then I'm going to add y squared minus 5. The reason this is important, because there is a distinction between like and unlike terms. So one of the things we have to understand, that y and y squared are unlike terms, because this is powered, this is not. I mean, some kind of power is there, it's y to the power 1. Right, so one thing we know, these doubly underlined terms are like terms, and I'm going to add them. 3y plus a single y, that gives you 4y. Now I'm going to draw the wiggly lines for the numbers. Positive 2 and negative 5, that will add to negative 3. And as I mentioned earlier, this particular term, positive y squared, is all by itself. It doesn't have a like term, so I simply write it. Now do not feel the urge to simplify that further. You cannot do it. These are all unlike terms. So just leave it alone. This is the final answer. Only thing you could have done, just for the conventional written algebra, you may write y squared first, then comes the term with y, and then only the number, and that's the answer. Right, now moving on to the second question. This particular shape is made of two rectangles, and we were asked to write expressions for the length of each of the blue sides. So blue sides are A and B, and finally we got to work out the perimeter. So there are A, B, And although they haven't mentioned it, there is a subsection C which is working out the perimeter of the shape. Now A should be equals this whole thing minus this section, this line. Right, so I'm going to write it. A is 7x minus 3, and I am subtracting, taking away this particular length, which is exactly the same thing because they are rectangles. So the reason they are equal, the opposite sides are equal, because it's a rectangle. In a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. So I am taking away or minusing or subtracting 2 lots of x. Now identify the like terms. This one is negative 2x, this one is positive 7x. So it'll get you positive 5x, and negative 3 doesn't have any like terms. So you can simply write that down. 5x minus 3 is the expression for B. I'm sorry. This is the expression for A. I'm wrong. So A equals 5x minus 3. Now we got to work out B. To work out B, what we can do, this is the summation of 2 sides. That's the side, that's one of the sides, plus this is opposite to that blue portion. So I am going to add 3x squared minus 7, and then I got to add, remember, x squared minus 2. Now these are the like terms with the same power. 3 lots of x squared and 1 x squared, that will give you 4x squared. Now dealing with the numbers, negative 7, and I'm adding another negative 2, so that'll give you negative 9. Now we worked out both A and B. Now finally we got to work out the perimeter of the shape, which is basically, this one is not the perimeter, this is well inside the shape. So the perimeter will be, B is 4x squared minus 9, and then I'm going to add this one, 2x. See, I'm ticking all those, and then I'm going to add 3x squared minus 7, and then 5x minus 3, and then I'm going to add x squared minus 2, and finally the last and final thing we got to add, remember, 7x minus 3. So it's quite a few things to be added together, and there is every possibility people might make errors, so you got to be very cautious. So I'm going to underline the like terms with the x squared. So, and I'm going to simplify that. 4x squared plus 3x squared, 7x squared plus 1x squared will give you 8 lots of x squared, and then I'm going to deal with positive 2x, positive 5x, that'll give you 7x, and then adding another 7x will give you 14x. And finally, we are going to deal with numbers negative 9, negative 7, negative 3, negative 3, and negative 2. So negative 9 and negative 7, negative 9, negative 7, negative 3, negative 2, negative 3. Lots of negative numbers to be added together, and that is 19, 21, 24. So negative 24 is the final addition as far as the number is concerned. So the perimeter is 8x squared plus 14x minus 24. Okay, I'll stop there with this video.